What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Let's get right into this clip that we're going to watch of Vivek Ramaswamy once again going out here and destroying the mainstream stream liberal media. So he got this interview that he did. I got a couple of clips from Abby from CNN where he's going out there and demolishing their narrative against Trump. Really, I don't know why they're so obsessed with this guy here, but every single time they get somebody on an interview, seems like they always tend to bring up Trump and starting to get backfired, especially when they're talking to Vivek Ramaswamy. And I love it. I love it every time that he goes on these platforms and he just absolutely demolishes them. And they have this stupid look on their face when he gives them a response. So let's watch this clip here of what's her name, Abby from CNN, bringing up, something that Trump said about calling, I guess, the left or the Democrats or somebody, I don't know who it was, but he called them a vermin. And they're basically saying that Trump is Hitler. And they're basically comparing him to Stalin and Hitler. But anyway, let's watch this clip of Ramaswamy just absolutely demolish Abby over this nonsensical argument that she tried to bring. Let's get into it.
That language, they live like vermin. Do you believe that that is, as your Republican colleague Chris Christie has said, neo-Nazi rhetoric?
This is a classic mainstream media move. Pick some individual phrase of Donald Trump, focus on literally that word without actually interrogating the substance of what's at issue.
The word was chosen for a reason.
We are in the middle of a cultural war in this country.
The word was chosen for a reason.
It's actually describing a series of behaviors. You have Antifa and other related groups that have been burning down cities for the last 3 years in this country.
Would you describe them as vermin?
Wildly violating the rule of law. We have an invasion on our southern border. We have millions of people crossing our southern border. Let's talk about the substance of why we have to recognize that we're not in ordinary times.
Would you use that language yourself?
The vocabulary of the vermin or not is not what's important. Well, I haven't used that language. So you can look at my track record on the campaign trail. I talk about the issues. We all talk about them differently. But what I'm not going to do is play some game of focusing on some word that somebody else said without ignoring entirely the substance of what we're actually talking about. A border crisis of historic proportion. Economic stagnation we haven't seen in 50 years. A national identity crisis and a loss of national pride in the next generation that's potentially existential for this country. Let's talk about our dependence on China. Today, we're actually talking about Xi Jinping, picking on Donald Trump's word vermin to talk about that status quo. You know what's vermin? What's running around San Francisco on a given day before Gavin Newsom cleaned it up on a dime to roll out the red carpet for Xi Jinping. If he could do that for Xi Jinping, he could have done it on an ordinary day. And yet we're here sitting talking not about the substance of that, but on one word that Donald Trump said in some speech in Miami. This is what's wrong with the mainstream media. Focus on the substance and let's have an actual policy debate rather than talking to a presidential candidate instead of the policy substance of what's actually going on in the country, picking on some word that Donald Trump said on a certain day and asking me for comment on it. Give me a break.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was just, I love it. I freaking love it. Why not ask Trump that himself? Why are you asking him? Why are you asking Vivek? Instead of asking him about his policies and what he wants to do for this country, you're asking him about another presidential candidate that he can't control. He can't do nothing about what Donald Trump says or what word he uses. But then once again, this is what they do. This is literally the narrative. This is the tactic from the left, is that they just bring up Trump in every single argument, and anything that that they're discussing with a Republican always centers around something that Donald Trump did. They never ask about, hey, Vivek, what are your policies on this? Why do you say this? Why do you say that? It's always, hey, Trump said this. How do you feel about it? I mean, we don't give a damn. We don't care. We don't care. The American people don't care. We don't care about what word he uses. And CNN is just out of touch. They have nothing else to talk about. They are losing the people. They are losing this country. And they understand that more people are leaning more and more to conservatives and leaning towards Donald Trump. And they can't stand it. There's nothing that they can do. They're going to try to bring him up and smear him in every single opportunity that they get. And it's never, if you've noticed, it's never about substance. It's never about policy. It's never about anything that, he's doing for this country. It's all about, well, he said this way, or, he called so-and-so this, or he talked about somebody saying this and this and that. It's never about what this guy is doing for this country as a whole, which more people care about than his personality. But hilarious. I love it. Vivek is just going around handing out L after L to these liberal mainstream media propagandists, and they deserve every single bit of it. They cannot handle it. So there's another clip of her trying to bring up, I guess, his criticism of Nikki Haley, and once again, they're gonna bring up his criticism of her, but not the actual criticism of what he said about her. They just hate the fact that he even criticized her to begin with. So let's watch this a quick clip from the same interview with Abby, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay, so she's laying out 3 different women that you've attacked. Why is she wrong?
Well, she also left off that list Dick Cheney, Lindsey Graham, Karl Rove, John Bolton. The real issue is.
All right. Sorry. Let's get back into it. For some reason, I couldn't hear it.
Still clear.
Okay, so she's laying out 3 different women that you've attacked. Why is she wrong?
Well, she also left off that list Dick Cheney, Lindsey Graham, Karl Rove, John Bolton. The real issue is there's an old neocon wing of the Republican Party that I've been crystal clear critical of. And what makes me crack up about Nikki Haley is that she claims to eschew identity politics, yet embraces it when it's convenient. So yes, Ronna McDaniel, if she's lost the last 4 elections after she took over as chairwoman of the RNC in 2017, and she lost in 2018 and 2020 and 2022 and 2023, I don't care if she's a man or woman. She deserves to be held accountable.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you have it. I mean, once again, they're just defending Nikki Haley and not defending or just questioning what she has to say about the policies. They didn't ask Vivek about what he feels about Nikki's policies. They just said, hey, she's a woman. Why are you criticizing a woman? Why are you criticizing Ronna McDaniels, Kristen Welker, all these people? Why are you talking about women? And they can't stand it. They cannot stand it, and they can't do anything about it. And I love it. I absolutely love it. They can't. This guy is too smart for them to have like a gotcha moment with him. Like that's never gonna happen. You guys, they keep trying, and yeah, I love it. I love it. It's L after L. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about this video in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button down below. And if this is your first time on the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. See you on the next video. Peace.